First and foremost, Dada, very, very, very heartfelt thank you for coming to our chamber, addressing our members today. You mean a lot, as I was telling earlier also. We take great pride in having you here. And as Sanjay Bhaiya just reminded me that you were here in 2014 and 2017. You are the pride of Bengal. What you have done to uplift the Bengali image in the world of finance and in India is, I think, unparalleled in the recent last 20, 30 years. I don't think somebody has been able to have that kind of achievement. Also, I don't need to introduce you. Your laurels, your work speaks for you. But I must say that among all the MNCs and all the Indian industrialist houses that had applied for banking license, the RBI only chose you because you were the only one which talked about reaching banking to the poorest of the poor, or banking to the people who are still unbanked. And Dada, I must mention this. In Parliament, not in an official debate on the floor, but on the sidelines in Central Hall, when we were having a very heated discussion during demonetization, the late Arun Jaitley ji quoted you and said, "तुम्हारे यहाँ तो बंधन बैंक है, उसको बोलो गांव-गांव में बैंक पहुंचा देगा, वो तो खरीदा already banking कर रहा है." So Dada, people quote you as an example. Dada, today there are a lot of issues, but we would hand over the mic to you. We would like to hear from you. And as you've ordered, we'll make it into a more interactive question-answer sessions. But some of the topics we thought are relevant. Dada, we have a Chamber of Commerce is predominantly represented by MSMEs and traders. And COVID has impacted us heavily. Some of us are actually benefiting. Some of our members are doing very well because they are predominantly focused on the rural economy, and there they are getting great returns and they are doing very well. But a lot of us are still not recovered. We are still trying to figure out what to do. I, for one, still somewhere in the zone. RBI has taken a lot of measures. The emergency credit scheme, the implementation is again a mixed bag. Our members are having mixed experiences. Some banks some banks have given them the disbursement. Some banks, the paperwork is still going on. The financial crisis. That I would like to quote Mr. A.K. Goyal, who had come here on our seminar, and he had said that there are two kinds of issues that every business is facing now. One is liquidity and one is solvency. He says, if it's a liquidity issue, you come to me, I will solve it for you. If it's a solvency issue, you have to go to the government. But Dada, we don't know the government. We look towards our bankers to advise us also and how they will help us. The other point that is coming up, Dada, we have been largely a cash-driven economy, or a lot of people still use checks and cash and everything. How do you see India transforming itself into a digital banking economy, which is very much required, which is the need of the hour in the future? And what are the opportunities that one can, what are the opportunities in the banking sector that we as Chambers of Commerce could take use of? How could we be providing solutions apart from software? Because software is again a skill-based thing. And how could the bank be more open about their practices, about their processes, so that we understand better why our loans are not approved or why our loans are not approved at the full amount of what is happening at the bank's end. And Dada, how do you think, the last point that I would like you to address is, how do you think that the risk culture, assurance, economy, and how do you think all these will intermove? And what can the human grit and determination? It's easy to tell, be strong, be strong, be strong. But it's been 5 months. And I think a lot of strength is now being questioned also. So how do you think, or if you have any case stories or any anecdotes, how do you think we can come out of this and reorient ourselves to face the challenges of the future? With over these words, over to you, over to Shri Chandrasekhar Ji Ghosh, MD and CEO Bandhan Bank, dear friend and pride of Bengal. Over to you, Dada.
Thank you, Vivek, and Sanjay, and Mr. Kothari, and all of you are the thank you from my side, given these opportunities in the evening time of uh, last working day of the week. And MCC have a good organization. Always they are catching the good people to interact with the entrepreneurs. So if we start on that, the COVID, which is the every people aware know about it on that. It has been started in April or last week of the March, and that time is a fear of the people, and gradually it has been little bit absorbed. People are adjusted with that thus the risk point of view, and yes, it is a life risk, and the gradually people also habituated how they can be like to maintain the distance and use the mask and sanitizing, and that can be helped to more people will be like to uh, 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 avoid of this type of uh, COVID affection. So sometimes the people say that the huge number 60,000 the people affected in a day, and I look in a different. If the that is my feelings, I have been got the inspiration from that. Yes, the 100 people are tested, 7 people have got affected, 93 people are not affected. That have been by test report have been shown that. So that should be like to make as an hope something on that. So that is the way on that. If you see in the some of the days on that, the first day when the COVID has come, doctor also feared. Now doctor is coming forward to treatment of that, and very standardized treatment. And now in the beginning, the people are must be stay in the hospital. Now they are stay in the home. So, and if we see now, the Russia has yesterday declared that the vaccine have been that has been they are inaugurated the vaccine and given to the prime minister's daughter. That is also has come comfort on that, hope on that. And another point, if you see the couple of the days before, IMF said that the 2021 calendar year, the Indian GDP growth will become 6%. So that is also the hope on that. So we'll be like to capitalize on that. So anytime, any critical situation will become, there is a two side in there. One side, of course, is a danger. Other side is an opportunities. So we'll be like to see that the how we can be take the opportunities is more. If I come on that, the why we are shocked or why our economy are shocked, the because of COVID, what is the major cause behind on that? First cause is there, the consumption has come down because a demand have been shocked. Lockdown is there, people cannot move. So that the demand automatically has come down. So this is a cause of that consumption have been come down, and manufacturing as a hit. So because of the manufacturing unit, because of the supply chain is not working, so automatically manufacturing production has come down. So there are very cautiously have been taken on that. But that is another cause for the economy is shocked. And third, if we see that the export have been stopped, and of course it is also helped to us to get the lot of people are getting as an ideal, they lost the job, and very high risk in this moment. People say that airlines, hospital, and the restaurant, hotel, real estate, these are the bigger industry is like more of the affected, so that the economy shock has come is more. And ultimately, because of the full lockdown of 2 months, the people's or consumers' behavior have been changed. They are more are coming to the online, and they are not coming from the house. So and the bigger change has come in here. That is in 9 million. The people have been reversed as a labor. So they have not get that work in there, they return back their home. So these are the some of the elements to hit our economy. And again, I've been going to my first point. The every times this challenge has given time opportunities also, not only the danger. So what is the opportunities? First opportunities, India is a agriculture-based economy. And agriculture production has come very good in this time. Kharif production has come very good. Potato has come very good. So that farmers also get the good price. So this is a one side. And if you see that the new plantation of the boro, that is also happening very good. So this is one big advantage which are agriculture based of the fertilizer, no, is a seeds, that industry also can be grow. That is a good opportunities in there. And of course, the government also taken some initiative on that. The government has given that the 6 months moratorium of the loan. Customer can take that moratorium and not to pay the installment. They can be deferred this installment. And the TLRTU too, Reserve Bank of India open that money. The bank can take the money from their repo rate and given to the entity who are MSME or microfinance institution. And 20 lakh crores package government declared. Out of that, 3 lakh crores package given for MSME. I said that this is also open some of the window for good opportunities for the MSME segment and the other industry who has the individual or large. If I come to the banking industry, what is the main topics of that? The role of the bank after the COVID. I hope that the bank in this time, liquidity is very high. As the cost of liquidity has come down. So this is an opportunity for Indian banking industry to capture the deposit is more. And customer also coming to more deposit their money to the bank. And they are kept. So that is so this is one opportunities. Cash flow is a very big in the banking hand. So now need to take the opportunities for next lending or advance giving on that. So Indian is a COVID situation or not? Indian future opportunities in rural. If rural economy is growing better, so Indian economy also grow better. If we see that the COVID situation, rural is a less affected and agriculture production is good in rural, farmers' capacity to purchase is more. Only we can be like to provide what types of product is the rural people are liking, we can be offered to them. So we'll be like to focus on the more or product which are consumer demand in a rural areas. So we can be like to focus on that. And the bank are focusing that types of enterprise who have the good network in a rural, and they are consumer product, their consumer product is more demand in a rural. So this is in one side. I can say that the microcredit is a big opportunities. If we see that the MSME, they can be also two types of MSME. One types of MSME, we know that is in linkage with their big industry. And another kind of MSME, those are not linked on that, but they have that the opportunities to sell their products in the local supply chain. That is the opportunities is more in this time. So banking industries like to focus on this type of MSME where credit will be like to demand is there, credit also like a cash flow is there. So the credit also like to provide on that. I'm giving that another example on that. If you see that the microcredit or MSME, whatever, the 50% of the household of our country, if it is the bottom side, no, they are not getting the credit access. All credit access, 70 to 75% credit centric in urban and metro. So rural and semi-urban, if we like to focus and provide the credit to the banking industry, credit to the microcredit institution, microcredit level borrowers, MSME level borrowers, I hope that that is a big opportunities for our country. And how much the big, if you calculate on the 50% of the family, which is a 13 crores family, below 50% of that, and that the 13 crores family, if single one has come as a entrepreneur, and this is an into multiple is a 1 lakh, huge amount of the demand of that areas. And only point on that this is not only the credit service, this has been given to the big opportunities to create the new employment in the rural. If rural new employment will be generated, so who are migrated labor, they will be not returned back to the again to the urban and metro. So that way we can be contribute in the time of challenging period to rural development and country economy development and reduce the unemployment. So this is a very big challenge on that. So many people are not interested to go to the rural because we have what is the cause in there? Rural infrastructure is not up to the mark like as a urban and metro. So if we like to more focus of the business entity in the rural, we have need in a two basic things on that. First basic thing is the road, and second basic thing is the electricity. When the road and electricity infrastructure will be developed more in a rural centric, then can be MSME hub can be very viable, and they also can be encouraged. And bank will be also go to this lending to them, and government also can be make it like as in Shobji Mundi, like as in cluster based market opportunities. And in that market and that hub, if it is in facilities is there, the producer can be access to see the market. Where is a market? E-market. We know that the e-commerce, that way if they can be see the e-market, how they can be access their product to the total country, and that can be help to them to grow their business. And finally, my point, any entity who are already in a MSME or microcredit organization, they have the huge opportunities. They should think in a scale, not in a small. Small is beautiful, but big is necessary. So until they are not thinking in a scale, so that cannot be like to cover in India. So if you like to reach to the India and the big economy we can be like to build up, we have need to scale the business and every of the segment on that. If we see that today, how many people are use the chappal? If my all country peoples are use the chappal, how many the manufacturer of shoe and chappal will be needed in a rural isn't huge, but we should be like to make on that way. So that is one kind of, we say that the big opportunities in rural and bottom of the pyramid, and their consumer demand is increasing. And we can one type of say that the social business. Social business means very small product, simple product, reach to the large number of people, and they also get socially benefited, and who are providing this service, they also get the benefit on that. And banking industry will be get the benefit. I hope that after the COVID situation, banking industry will be play big role to focus their business opportunities in rural India. Thank you to all of them. I hope that you have some question. I'll be like to share my views on that.
There are a lot of questions. Sanjay Bhaiya, you want to start with the questions?
Yeah, we can. We have received some question directly to our committee. One of our council member asked question, Mr. Satyajyoti Chakravarti, your council member for Banking and Finance Committee. The question is Bandhan Bank is planning for any overseas in future, and any merger or amalgamation plan of Bandhan Bank with some other bank? He sent 5-6 questions, but I have taken 2. That's all.
Okay, so every bank, Indian bank, after the couple of years from the opening of the bank, after the couple of years later, there is a need of RBI permission, then they can be open the overseas banking branch. And we have the plan, but till now we are not yet applied to the regulator. We'll take some time on that to do it. And next question, and what is the next question?
Merger.
Merger plan of Bandhan Bank with some other bank.
Very good point on that. You already seen that we are merged, acquired as a group of finance, which is housing finance company. So that is a need to focus on this, the product, affordable housing, how we can be grow this, the business, and provide the one simple house to the rural household in our country. So it's a big opportunities in here, but as of now, I have not any plan second merger.
Okay, Sanjay Bhaiya, you want to continue?
Yeah, I think the question received by us we can read out. Then we'll to panel also.
Let's make a mix because we are getting some questions from the audience.
Yeah,
I'll
that
just take one from there. I'll just take one. This is from Company Secretary Ravit Kayal.
Yeah.
Has the banking system helping collection for? How is the banking system helping collection for MFI digitally?
This isn't digital, isn't very the big opportunities from today and future. But one point is a very basic things if we like to see. The microcredit, those are borrower, what types of transaction they are doing. So actually they have not any bank account. So when we are coming as a bank, then they are open the bank account in our bank. So their challenge is there when all of their customer, means microcredit borrowers customer, what they are selling, vegetable, fish, grocery item. So everything they are selling and their customer pay to them as a cash. And when they are purchasing their goods for sale, and that also not accepting anyone by check or digital, they also asking cash. So that region, these people are getting cash and paying to the owner, that is in cash. So in between these two, the bank has need the role play, fueling that cash to their account. So until their account will not fueling cash by themselves, so digital transaction will be not happen. For that reason, this is a challenge. So microcredit organization are going to customer to collect the cash, actually fueling their account to the cash. If their account have the cash, then digital transaction will be very easiest for them. So it will be take some time on that, how they educate their customer, they will be pay them to and digitally, and they are also automatically pay to us. So it will be take some time, but it is a basic problem is there that because of they are the selling everything by cash.
Thank you. Dada, one more question and then I'll hand it back to Sanjay Bhaiya. Mr. G. Saraf, he wants to know how do banks reduce rates? When RBI passes, what are your plans on reducing rates. And another anonymous question has come in. Do you have a separate policy for lending to NBFCs?
Last point, we have that the policy to lending NBFC. With a couple of NBFC we are lended, very few, and this is there. And second point is the interest rate. It is a depend on the MCLR, and MCLR is a one side is a cost of operation and cost of fund. Sorry. And second part on that, after that, bank will add the how much risk of that industry and what is the risk premium and what is the strategic premium, profit and inflation, everything added on that. And accordingly, it will be prepared as a price of that product. So bank is always every month have the ALCO, that's a asset liabilities committee, management committee. So these ALCO have been decide what is their MCLR, and what is their risk premium, what are their strategic premium, and how much they can be minimum charge to the customer. So there is a range is there, and customer to customer also vary the risk. Some customer given the good property as a security, some customer is not given any security. So when is it those customers are not given any security, their cost is little bit higher than the first option. So for that way it is maintaining. So bank also trying to give the help to the customer. They can be also get more good return. So that automatically bank also get the installment and good. So bank is always concerned about it.
Okay, Sanjay Bhaiya, please go ahead.
We received one question from Mr. Anup Fatehpuria. How safe are the bank today with so many existing defaults, future defaults because of pandemic and because of credit offtake? How safe are the bank?
Bank is always a safe. The couple of things, if you see that, I can say my point on that. April and May, the full lockdown, and fully we are feeling very much uncomfort. When the June started, small credit is if you say that microcredit, June started, first week collection has come 12%, and the last week it has come 68%. 15th of July has come 73%. That means after 2 months also customers are happy to return back the money. Why? They have need the money further. They have need the future money. So if they are not repay good, they cannot be also get that. This is a one side. Other side is there always bank assess their risk. Every month they are assess the risk. How much which product risk is coming. And when the risk is coming, bank also make a provision is a quarterly basis and yearly basis. And that provision helped bank to recover the risk or mitigate the risk. And third point, if you say that the banking industry, private sector bank, there is a capital adequacy ratio 14 to 15%. If our bank, if I say that the 27%. So when the capital is more, the risk taking capacity also more. So challenge will come, and bank know that some challenge will come and how we can overcome. But this challenge is very different. But whatever we see that in a hope, that is not in a that much big challenge is coming. So we'll be like to overcome banking industry altogether on that. And if I say that your money is a safe, because if you see one example is a Yes Bank. No, how the regulator and all bank together has come and support such a way, and depositor have been not lost their money. So in that is the system in our country, and regulator is a very big concern about it, so that they are also coming forward on that. So depositors' money always in the bank is safe.
Sanjay, you're next.
This question from Mr. Asit Kumar Pathak. Are Bandhan Bank doing mobile customer services, online accounts opening, services to the home services to senior citizen, also online loan approval for senior citizen?
Thank you. Bandhan have the mobile bank app. You can do it, but opening the account, we are newly introduced. So hopefully this month it can be open. So online through your mobile, through internet, you can open your account, and your KYC also can be made with the video KYC. So that all system is coming by this month. You can enjoy on that. We are gradually one by one is coming on that.
Thank you, Dada. There is a question from Mr. Sanjeev Kothari. Some of the countries like South Korea are not ready to accept your LC. Do you have any contract with some first-class Korean bank?
It is our issue, or sometimes is in country issue also. Some of the countries bank sometimes is not allowed, so that some bank are not can be do that job. So I noted it. I'll check on that. I cannot be clear answer I can give, but I can give on that the some of the banks, some of other overseas countries are restricted to transact from the Indian bank. So that is also is not sometimes is easy to do it on that.
There are two good questions have come here. Has the NPA increased during the pandemic period? And how are you affecting your recovery differently in the pandemic situation than you would do normally?
There is a 2 point in here. One point is there, because of moratorium period is going on, so that you cannot be really finding out the NPA, real NPA. So this is in one side is there. But if you see that in our individually asking on that, after being or this is the period, yes, this will be like to little bit increase the NPA. The all customer are not able to doing their business in the time of this. So that last 2 quarters, I have been extra provision. I've done 1,750 crores. If something will come as a extra risk, so that we can be covered under that. So we have the good enough of this, the provision of the money to take some of the risk. And bank can be take a risk in the 3% of the total book with this money. So our point is that it is not like that is needed on this.
Dada, one next question is from Mr. Shaleen Agarwal. What is the scope for digital banking in rural India?
Rural India digital banking is a good opportunities. I have given that the 2-3 challenges point on that. It's my experience on that. First challenge on that, digital transaction, people who are young, they are feel very comfort. Who are old age, they are very big fear about the digital transaction. Awareness level is a very poor. So this is in one side is not that much is growing. The children who are studying in a college, they are very fast. They are very 100% confidence, but they have not any their own money. They are depend on their parents, and parents are not very comfort with the digital. This is a one point I feel. Second challenge, I felt that the rural people, or if you see that large number of people on that in the rural, which I seen, they are very frequently change the mobile number. when they frequently change mobile number because of the different option has come to the market of the telephone, the call price. So they immediately change. When they change the mobile number and they are not updated to the bank, they cannot use that mobile to as a digital transaction. So we have need more of that, educate the people in the rural India that they cannot be changed the mobile number. They can change the mobile company, but not the number. And second one is the mobile transaction is a very secure. They can do it if they will not share the OTP, if they don't share that password. So that, and they cannot be give to the others to mobile, you can help me to transaction. So if there are precaution taken of the 2-3 things, I hope that the big opportunities in the mobile banking in rural, because transaction size is small. Our country people more happy with a small transaction with the digital compared to the big transaction. So big opportunities. We are simultaneously like to go on that, educate the people, give the confidence and use it regularly.
Dada, next question is, what is your wish list from RBI and the government in order to boost the economic revival? What is your wish list, or what is your dream, or what else you think the RBI and government can do?
No, if you see that from our practical family experience also, we can say that when any challenge will come to the family, all relatives, friends will be come together. Then family will get that the comfort and solution will become easy. So when this is situation, government and regulator are working together is a very good. So that the lot of the offer has come from regulator, offer has come from government, and that is I hope that they have a good correlation also, and that can be help to all of us, not only country, and as a public, as a business entity, as a bank, everyone will get the help on that. And regular government is a regular interaction with the business entity and the banking fraternity, and regulator also continuously touching with them and regular conversation on that to try to understand the ground reality, how they can be served the better offer they can be give to the people. So this is a very good opportunities, and they are doing very good thing.
Dada,
Question.
hi Sanjeev.
This is from Mr. L.C. Agarwal. I am the senior citizen and depositing my hard-earned money in bank FD. The FD rates are falling. In case there is a default by bank like Yes Bank, RBI insured rupees 1 lakh to the investor. In such time, what alternate does the investor have to secure himself with better returns?
Okay. 2-3 points in here. First point, I say that the now RBI and new policy has come, the depositors 5 lakhs up to the secured.
Okay.
This is the one point. Second point is that bank money, FD or savings, whatever the way, it is a fully secured. You have not seen, I hope that you are senior citizen, your age is more than me. And the last 20 years or 30 years, we have not seen anyone have been lost the money from the bank.
Okay.
So that it is fully, totally secured on that. And interest rate, yes, when the supply are more and demand is less, automatically price will come down. So now liquidity point of view, cash coming to the bank is in supply to the bank is a huge, and the demand means the credit demand is not that much, so that it is automatically deposit rate will be come down. So this is a normal trend on that, but it is a very temporarily phenomenon. So not worried about it. Again, it will be when the COVID situation will be over, the gradually what is happening on that. So I hope that the business will be again move up, and the one trans is a huge credit demand will come. And when banks are like to use that money, and again the deposit rate will become up.
Dada, do you see the interest rates going down? Because you, as you said, you have excessive liquidity, the repo rates have all come down. So do you think this is a more permanent picture, or you think the interest rate will come back again?
This is a two factors on that. One factor, of course, is the deposit rate has come down. That means the cost of fund has come down. But again, is a little bit risk have been increased because of the credit flow is not happening. Operational cost increase, and the money is lies with the bank. So that is also the cost little bit increase. So all this is net off on that. It's a better price is now for lending point of view.
Sanjay Bhaiya, you have a question?
Yeah, one is Mr. Shamal Maitra. Sir, there is a scope of takeover small government banks like Bank of Maharashtra, etc. Are you interested in this? Are Bandhan Bank interested to taking over the small banks?
We have not any that types of plan now. So we are not interested now. Thank you for your good comments.
There is a huge boost in the rural economy during the pandemic. How is Bandhan Bank supporting such investments?
We are very good. Their disbursement have been started. In the last month, we are disbursed 3,500 crores of that. So good is there. Rural is improving on that, because rural areas I mentioned earlier also, the COVID affected also is low, and they are not depend on national supply chain. They are always depend on local supply chain. Agriculture production has come very good, so that the credit growth has come. So economy, they are contributed in a good in the this time also.
विवेक जी, एक लवेश जी का क्वेश्चन है, उनको ऑनलाइन
पैनलिस्ट बना रहा. Munmundi, can you take Lavesh Poddar as a panelist, please? We'll try doing one last few questions live. Munmundi?
Yes, sir. He's on the panel.
Mr. Lavesh Poddar, you can ask your question live. Please switch on your camera, please, so everybody can see you.
And also unmute yourself,
Yeah, also unmute yourself.
Hello, sir. Very nice to have you on a MCCI platform. Sir, there was a specific query. Actually, I have applied for this GECL loan from my HDFC bank. Now, they are saying that there is some SMA1 or SMA2 reflection in my CIBIL, which has happened because of some card charges of 2,500 rupees, membership charges of a discontinued card levied by American Express Bank. The bank subsequently reversed this transaction, but they say that GSL trustees are not accepting this. So can there be any method through which this could be considered?
What happened on this time sometimes have come on that, and the bank can be do it as a special way, because if your other record is good, this is one side. Other side was a long time. The same way you can be like to take the loan from that types of credit card or personal loan and repay regular, and then it is override to the earlier one.
No, this charge was levied on a card. This was discontinued. It was not payable only. The bank raised the bill, so it was not paid. And with subsequent lot of persuasions, they finally said, we made a mistake. We'll reverse these charges. So, but on this account, what has happened, the CIBIL is reflecting SMA1 or SMA2, SMA1 or SMA2, because of which the HDFC bank says you're not eligible for the GESL loan.
Now, which bank you have given that card, and that bank to write to the credit bureau.
Okay.
So this is our mistake, and we are remove that things. So please, you can be remove that SMA 1 and SMA 2.
Okay.
Then
They have written to me, but they have not. I don't know
okay,
whether they have
very,
written.
very critical process and a
Okay.
very long time taken on that. Continuously knocking, and then it can be happen.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you so
Sanjay
much.
ji,
Thank you.
any other last questions, or we
I
can?
think most of the question is covered.
Okay, Dada, one last question. How can our chamber benefit from Bandhan Bank? I mean, what anything special for our members from Bandhan Bank? I mean, I know you told me MSME because we are mostly from MSME. So, do we get any one-point contact where our members can interact for if they are facing any problems with Bandhan Bank, or
It can
MSME?
be, I can give the one point contact who is MSME business is looking for bank, and someone will be like to connect with him, and whenever the proposal is there, you can send, but to give the freedom, he will be like to assess and the risk process and everything, and then he will be give the decision on that.
Thank you. Excellent. Sanjay Bhai, I think we can now thank Chandrasekhar Ghosh ji. We are letting him few minutes early, but I think even he would like to go back home early. So Sanjay Bhai, over to you.
I have another 2 meetings.
Thank you. Thank you, Vivekji. After a very engaging discussion on role of banking in post-pandemic economic recovery, I take this opportunity to wholeheartedly thanks to our guest, Mr. Chandrasekhar Ghosh ji, MD and CEO of Bandhan Bank, for gracing the webinar and educating us through his valuable views and insights. Banks and other financial entities are at the forefront of the country's counter measure against the economic impact of COVID-19. They have responded well to the crisis and are in position of strength. But they are also facing with a few new post-crisis operating environment that leads to lasting change. This in a new age of banking, efficiency and technology innovation, while the eventual outcome of measures taken by the central government and the RBI will be known only in time to come. They appear to have worked so far. With these words, I express my hearty thanks to the members of our chamber, friends, business associates, and friends from media for the august presence in the webinar. I would also like to thank Bandhan Bank for their sponsorship support for the webinar, and really like the hashtag of Bandhan Bank, Aapka Bhala Sabki Bhalai. I propose a hearty vote of thanks and request you all to carry with accommodation. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Dada.
you. Thank you, Sanjay ji. Thank you, Vivek ji, and thank you all of you who are joining the interaction. And I like your question. It had been helped me to increase my analysis more. And we hope that the next time also we can meet on that.
Thank you, Dada. Thank
Stay
you.
safe, and stay home. Better on that. Thank you.
Thank you,
Dada.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.